Hello friends, this is Kevin, aka K-Man1, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon FireRed version. In the last episode, we tackled what there was to do here on 5 Island, only to be ultimately stopped by the fact that we need another password in order to enter the Rocket Hideout. And in this episode, we're going to be moving on to 6 Island to see what there possibly could be there for us. So, we are going to 6 Island is what I just said. So, let's go ahead and check it out. So, there is quite a bit here on 6 Island, and really the big thing is, here at the water path, there are 2 main directions we can go. I'm first going to be going to the north, because there's less important stuff, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have a repel up. I need to go buy repels, but I'm probably going to do it between this episode and the next one, because hopefully I will have more than enough to get me through. So up here, one thing you've noticed is that there are a lot of trainers, and so that's just something you want to take advantage of if you're trying to level grind. But yeah, if you talk to this guy, I wanted to say that guy would like give you something if you show him. I want to say if you show him a Pokemon exactly that tall, he'll give you something, and I didn't mean to get into a battle with this trainer, but I'm going to go ahead and show it, since I'm sure there aren't going to be too many required battles throughout this area. Hopefully, please. Oh, hey, and it's a Johto Pokemon anyways, so I'm showing stuff off. This is important and interesting part of the video. I promise. Nah, but seriously. I'm just honestly glad to be recording because I've been out of town for a couple days, and particularly I've been away from technology, so I'm just glad to be having technology again. But I always enjoy recording and making videos for you guys. Even though a lot of the time it might seem like I'm really unenthusiastic about it, but I do genuinely enjoy doing this, and I am looking forward to doing it for a very long time in the future. But enough rambling about that sort of thing. That was a Sunflora, which I didn't actually explain is one of the suckiest Pokemon in existence. So yeah, don't waste your time with it. Let's see what this says. Wanted, the ultimate horn. I want to say if you show this person a Heracross, yeah, okay. If you show this person a Pokemon called a Heracross, then she'll give you something special. I don't remember exactly what it is, and I don't particularly care to show it, but that's there for you if you want to take care of it. And I want to say we're about to be able to catch Heracross in this area right up ahead, so yeah. There we get an elixir, which is an item, as we are probably all aware, given the fact that it was on the ground in an item ball. But whatever. And, excuse me. Alright, Oranberry, cool. Completely outdated and useless to us, but hey, I'm not going to deny free stuff. Anyways, here we are in Green Path. And here we are in Pattern Bush. And so, one thing that I won't really be able to show off, but if you zoom out in this area, then it looks like the inside of a Pokemon cartridge. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Really, any Game Boy cartridge, I imagine it looks like. Well, Game Boy Advance, but if you were to zoom out, then yeah, it's what the inside of a cartridge looks like, more or less. Obviously, more grass and less, like, metal and technology, but more or less, you know what I mean. Like the shape and the form and everything. You guys get what I'm saying. You're picking up what I'm putting down. But anyways, here we are with another Johto Pokemon. Yeah, they're definitely throwing a lot more 2nd and 3rd gen Pokemon at us in this area, because part of the reason that they released FireRed and Leaf Green was actually because with the way they changed Pokemon transfer between the 2nd and 3rd generations, they ultimately just ended up having to release games with a ton of Johto Pokemon in them in order to be able to get them in 3rd generation games. So it was FireRed and Leaf Green were 2 of them, and then the other 2 were Colosseum and XD, which are in my opinion really good games, and if you haven't played them, then you should definitely look into them. Very, very good and underrated Pokemon games. But enough harping on that. I don't know, I don't really have much else to talk about. I went ziplining, so that was a lot of fun. And it was the first time I've ever like gone ziplining where I had to manually brake, because before it was like some sort of setup where it would just automatically brake for you. But having to use a handbrake was a lot of fun, but it was also kind of unnerving, because like if I didn't use it, Jaggleboof, stop sucking. yeah, having to brake manually was a very, very interesting experience. And ziplining is something I've always enjoyed, because I'm not really like a super adrenaline junkie sort of person. I'm just using a full restore because I don't feel like waiting out the sleep. Yeah, I'm not like a huge adrenaline junkie sort of guy, but if I ever like have the opportunity to go on a zip line or ride a really big roller coaster, then I will definitely jump at it because it is something I enjoy greatly. That's just me. Leave a comment below if you like or hate roller coasters and just tell me what you think. I don't know. I'm definitely not shamelessly doing this so that you'll comment on my videos and it's more likely that other people will look at them. Definitely not. Like, comment, subscribe. Just kidding. If you do want to like, comment, and subscribe, then I absolutely welcome it. But ultimately, I'm not doing these to get famous. I'm just doing these to have fun and have an excuse to play Pokemon and act like I'm actually accomplishing something through it. But anyways, here we are on the other side of Pattern Bush. So if we surf over here, then we get to more trainers. Well, actually, this girl might not be a trainer. She's a trainer. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this battle out. Why did I say it was a house? I'm gonna cut this out because it's not important. Alright. And we are back in the mix of things. So, let's just go ahead and keep on going forward. And here we are at Outcast Island, and I keep getting into battles on accident. I'm sorry! Alright. Yeah. One thing that I've already pointed out, but that you've probably picked up on either way, there are a lot of trainers out here. A lot of trainers that are really annoying about the rotation pattern thingy. Alright. And Repel's wearing off. I didn't mean to use that item. I meant to use a Super Repel. This is just the items wearing off and trainers battling the episode, isn't it? But that is okay. And I know that there's something for us out here. I'm like 99% certain of this. Ah, here we are. I'm going to go ahead and not go to my trainer. I'm just pressing all the wrong buttons. Let's go ahead. Switch Barber to the front, who is at low health because of the battle off screen where I was trying to spam Sheer Cold. But anyways, there's no rare Pokemon around these parts. Not a one. That burns me up, man. I'll take it out on you. So yeah, Team Rocket Grunt. He's not really serving much of any purpose out here as far as I can tell. But, hey, different strokes for different folks, I suppose. But yeah, I am completely out of Sheer Cold power points because I was trying really hard to spam it, and it just wasn't working for me. And I don't feel like battling him up with this Pokemon, so I'm just going to switch over to Omelette. Hopefully he doesn't go for a Sludge Bomb or anything, which would be very, very unfortunate, but I'm sure Omelette would be able to tank it even if he did. And he didn't, but he did use Minimize, which is going to be much, much more annoying to me. And I know I've been cutting out like non-required trainer battles and everything, but as we all know, I'd like to make a point of battling every Team Rocket Grunt, or at least most Team Rocket Grunts. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this. This is what you've really come to expect from me, I guess. Commentary is just next level right now, I know, but honestly, when there's not much to game... My stomach just growled really loudly. That was weird. But yeah, when there isn't really that much to gameplay, then you just kind of gotta make do with what you got. Also, that was Super Fang, which is a move which will always do 50% of your current HP and damage. So, since I was at 52, it did 26 damage, and so on and so forth. And I want to say it rounds down if you have an odd number of health, but I'm not completely sure on that, so don't, like, I don't know. Don't run into any problems and then blame me, is basically what I'm getting at. Of course, you can't really choose if you run into problems, but you know what I mean. Just don't blame me if I'm wrong. That's really all I've ever wanted out of you guys as an audience. Just not hate me if I happen to be incorrect about some particular detail. Huh? That was my Rocket voice acting impression. Anyways, here is Altering Cave. And so, there really isn't that much here for us. It's just something I wanted to make sure to point out. This is a cave which will only have one Pokemon at a time in it as a possible encounter. And I believe the Pokemon that you can encounter will change based on mystery gifting. Or like going to special events or trading with Nintendo reps or something. If you don't have any of those things, then all you will be able to find is Zubat. But if you do those things, then you can actually find a couple of rare Pokemon that you can't get otherwise. You're probably not really going to be able to do that, but at least I can say I showed it off. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys back at the place, the center of the island, because I didn't actually bring a Pokemon with Fly. Oh, hey, I did not know this was here. Hey, Kevin, how's your Pokedex filling up? Looks like it's impossible to get all the Pokemon by hanging around just these parts. Maybe there are Pokemon we don't know about somewhere far away. Well, if I can't do it, there's no way for you to get it done. I'm not gonna get all desperate over this. I'll keep collecting Pokemon at my own pace while I train them. That's what I'll do, so there's no point staying here. I may as well leave for home. That's that then. Smell you later. So, yeah, I completely forgot about that encounter, but that is the last time we are going to see Gary Oak here on the Sevi Islands. I'm like 99% sure of that. But that's okay, because he's a jerk anyways, so we don't really want to talk to him if we don't have to. And some of you are just going to go into the comments like, Free Gary 2015, or we want more Gary, Gary or Riot, or something like that. And I forgot to throw up another repel. But anyways, we are back in the Central Island. And here's a wild, useless Pokemon at level 10. I don't know why the wild Pokemon are so low level, but I'll take it, I guess. So we're actually going to throw up a repel now so that we don't get continuously bothered by wild Pokemon. And we are going to Metal Gear our way through so we do not have to battle every single trainer. So gonna wait for him to turn. Alright. Moving on in the world. Here we are in Ruin Valley. And as the name implies, there are some ruins here. Yeah, really creative, I know. There are a lot of items for you along the way if you happen to have strength. And since I do, I will go ahead and describe them as I see them, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get every single item, because I don't feel like it. So that's an HP up, which is another type of vitamin. And I haven't like pointed out every single vitamin as I've come across them, but the 6 types of vitamins that will raise stats based on mechanics that I don't feel like explaining are HP up, protein, iron, calcium, zinc, and carbos. So, and really? This guy's a jerk, I tell you what. Alright, so that was another one of those trainers who will change the positioning of the camera just to be able to see like 2 feet further. So, yeah, screw that guy. And I want to say at least one of these guys isn't like a trainer, he's just a guy you can talk to. But if you will read these, well, if you can actually just look at them, it's... I don't feel like explaining it. It spells cut. So you just gotta use cut with Pokemon. Yeah. Visual Braille stuff. And this is the Dotted Hole. And so, it's a dungeon. And you know what we do in dungeons. So if you read these, they'll tell you, I think it's up, down, left, right. So, obviously that says up, since there are only 2 letters. And then I want to say the proper path is left. It's up, then left, then right, then down. And so up and right are easy to tell because, you know, they're each a different amount of letters. But that one is different. And here, we can grab the Sapphire. But wait! I guessed right. I was right in tailing you. I knew that there was a Sapphire here, so it belongs to me. I'll sell it to Team Rocket for serious money. Don't glare at me like that. If you want it back, why don't you go get it after I sell it? I'll even tell you one of the passwords to Team Rocket's warehouse. The warehouse password I know is yes, nah, chancy. I'm done. Don't think badly of me. Well, that guy was a weirdo. Here's more Braille, which I'll go ahead and just, like, put in the description what in the world it means. Cool. Anyways, now we know the second password to the rocket base, only to have our acquisition of the Sapphire foiled by some random guy. Yeah, I know, he's a jerk, but it seems like everyone we're coming across in this episode is a jerk. Whether it's for being our rival, or for moving the positioning of the camera to make us have to battle them, or being a wild Pokemon encounter. So I guess jerks are really just all we're ever really able to deal with. But at least now we are able to go into the Rocket Warehouse on 5 Island, is the island that is on, which we are going to be doing in the next episode. I'll finish my outro after I battle this guy. Wrath of the Manatee! Alright, so, as I was saying, if I could stop getting interrupted, that would be amazing. Did I forget to throw up another repel? Is that my big problem right now? I must have. Alright, so now I'm going to throw up a repel so that I can finally finish my outro without getting interrupted. So, in this episode, we traveled through 6 Island and found a lot of trainers and a couple cool points of interest. And we had the Sapphire stolen away by a random scientist guy. And in the next episode, we are going to finally be storming the Rocket Warehouse base and seeing about getting that Sapphire back for Celio. See you guys then.